if certain legends and lore were actually just tools of the patriarchy to get us to go against girl code? It's nearly 6 a.m., so bear with me here. I just saw a TikTok of this woman who was fishing who claimed to hear sirens coming from like an island. It was the middle of the night, and I guess there was like a small island off in the distance. And she plays the video where she's casting her fishing line, whatever, and then all of a sudden you start to hear these sounds from the distance. Now, it's the kind of sound that could sound like a million things. It could sound like animals. It kind of sounds like humans screaming. It could be a million different things. But one of those options is definitely like you could definitely hear it be like someone screaming or even shouting for help. And in the comments, this is kind of like what a lot of people were saying, right? They were like, that sounds like someone shouting for help. That sounds like someone screaming. But like under all of those comments and in response to all of those comments, people were saying like, no, that's how the sirens get you. That's how the jinns get you. That's how the like blank mystical legend creature gets you. Basically, it tricks you by making you think that someone is screaming and calling for help so that you'll go investigate to help that person in need, and that's how it'll get you. Do you see where I'm going? Now, as we all know, is basically an invaluable resource that girls have one another out in public. I don't think I know any women who would see another woman who is or even just may be in trouble that they wouldn't try to help in some way. Like when I have seen women who just look uncomfortable or who I get the feeling may be uncomfortable, I have like stepped in to try to check in with her to make sure that like the guy who seems to be making her uncomfortable is like not, you know, hurting her or putting her in any danger and stuff. I can't think of any circumstances now where I've heard a woman like screaming for help, but I do feel like I would go check on her if I did in fact hear her screaming for help. And my first assumption wouldn't be like mystical creature pretending to be a woman. It would be, oh, a woman needs help. And like, let's be real, no matter what your beliefs are, it is far more likely that a woman is being put in danger by, let's say, a bear. But the number of people in those comments saying like, if you think that that's screaming or a human asking for help, you would be in that scenario, made me realize like, oh God, if I were to ever be in danger near a body of water and like screaming and calling for help, and any one of these people who seemed to be in the majority in those comments were the ones to hear me asking for help, I would be done for completely. And that made me think like, oh my God, is this a whole just like plot? Not to be all like conspiracy theory about it, but like, who does this serve? Who do these legends serve? The legends, because this, you know, this whole idea of like sirens and jinns and whatever, like that's not the only legend that tells you like, oh, if you hear a sound like in the woods, or if you hear a sound at night that sounds like someone asking for help, don't go, don't try to help them, they're gonna get you. It's the boogeyman, you know, some version of that. You know, who do these stories serve? Could it be the people doing dangerous things to other people, putting other people in danger? Could it be the people who just don't want people to investigate when someone is calling for help, asking for help? I don't know. Maybe. Or, you know, maybe ghosts are real.